Alrighty, where were we? We just came off Disregarded. For those of you who don't know, we're reacting to the entire Alter Bridge new album that came out 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, we've done the first 4 songs. Okay, the Silent Divide, we did that a while ago, and we literally put it on the my other channel. But don't worry about that. We're actually going to follow it. We're just going to follow the natural progression of the album, and I'll come back to Silent Divide because I can't remember it at all, and I will react to it again so we can have everything on this channel. So I will do the entire album in its entirety, and I will put it all on this channel. So I will circle back to Silent Divide. But right now we are moving on to Tested and Able. That's the next one. Still, the one to beat is the Trust in Me. That is the absolute beast track on this album so far for me. But let's see what we got over here. Tested and Able. Let's rock and roll. Let's see what we got. Always start heavy, and I'm like, ah! Okay, let's see.
Carry your love, carry your peace. Cast a light that shines all of your days, all of your...
That actually sounds like Mark Tremonti. Now on the Tested and Able one, not Tested and Able, on the Trust in Me one, I actually got that wrong because it sounded like Miles Kennedy. It most certainly wasn't when I actually went back. But I was so into that track, I didn't even notice. Right, so apparently this one's been inverted. That one over there was Miles Kennedy was actually singing the main verses, and Tremonti was on the chorus, and this is apparently the other way around, right? So now this one is Tremonti on the verses and Miles Kennedy on the chorus, from what I'm told. You can say that that's all thanks to Sammy. Actually, this entire album coming to you is thanks to Sammy. Actually, every single piece of work that ever came from Alter Bridge and Tremonti is thanks to Sammy, by the way. So you can share your thoughts with him and how much you love him. Okay, let's rock and roll. Let's go back.
Break away with me. Carry your love, carry your peace.
Electric guitar in the background.
That shines all of your days, all of your nights. Break away with me. Leave nothing to hold. Together we go. Leave it all behind. Ooh. What will we gain? Or what will we find? Oh, I saw what you did. You were tested and you weren't able. Now we can see eye to eye that it's all just in the past anyway. Oh, what you lost, you have gained. You were kind of the world was hateful.
I like the lyrics over here because it kind of like it definitely lifts you up. And once again, it still has that theme in terms of like walking hand in hand with somebody, right? It does speak of the distrust, and it does speak of triumph as well. It does speak of actually lifting yourself up. But this over here is quite cool. It's kind of trying to tell you that, you know, you are tried and tested and you're able. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like he learned that through his own journey. He was tested, and he found out that he's able to handle the adversity in life. And that message is being passed on to you. It's being passed on to the listener. It's being passed on to the person who needs to hear it, to say, you know, if they doubt themselves, and it's like, it's fine. Life throws all of this at you, and it's not because you can't handle it. It's just testing you, and in testing you, it's trying to show you that you're able, right? That's at least my own perspective. Everyone has their own sort of interpretation of a song, and that's what's great about music. So if mine doesn't align with yours, so what? Doesn't really matter. But that's how I see it so far.
The world was hateful.
the electric guitar in the background's fire, man.
The further it goes, the memories fade. Oh, I saw what you did. You were tested and you weren't able. Now we can see eye to eye that it's all just in the past anyway. What you lost, you again. You were kind of the world was hateful.
That is fucking life, man. What you've lost, you have gained. Sometimes in life, you've got to lose ground, gain ground. We've lost that. We've lost that thought process. We've lost that in order to sort of gain an inch, maybe give an inch. Do you know what I mean? Right, try and buy into people's graces. Try and get people on your side. You know, try and sort of interact with them and connect with them on a human level so that you can bring them into your orbit outside of alienating them just because you don't agree with them, right? You can have a lot of allies on the opposite side if you realize that not everyone's out there to fucking hate you, right? That you're not always right. You can drop that pride a bit, and if you sort of give a bit of ground in a vulnerable way, saying, okay, I get it. Do you know what I mean? Of course, you're going to get the people, you know, the bad actors that are going to try and take advantage of that. But a lot of the times you'll be shocked. You'll be shocked that if you actually approach people in a human way with a bit of vulnerability and you sort of give ground as opposed to being combative all of the time, and you give a bit of ground, you'll be shocked that at times, most times, they're going to give you some ground back. So you're going to gain more than what you give in that level of interaction.
You were kind of the world was hateful. I know you always fear the worst. Let go, this doesn't have to hurt. This road is paved with empty words. I hope in time you live and learn.
Now, in my previous reactions, I did mention that certain elements of the instrumentation is quite pronounced. I'm finding the kick drum, at least to my own ears, I'm finding the kick drum and the hi-hats are quite pronounced over here. Not to mention that the electric guitar and all that's also, I mean, it's just that they're coming through. Like, when I'm listening to it, it sounds like it's all coming together, but it's so isolated to a certain degree. You can hear each fucking element in it very, very clearly. It's not like muddled, do you know what I mean? Which I think is absolutely incredible. To which then I was told that the reason why it sounds like that is because it was recorded in the 5051 or 5150, about 5051 studios, which apparently Van Halen studios, and apparently it was a huge privilege to record there. And Alter Bridge are good friends with them, and that's why they recorded there. Now, I'm from South Africa. I don't know what that means, 5051 studios, and I don't know why that makes that more special than any other studio. So please do forgive my ignorance. But somebody explain to me down in the comments why the 5051 studios are seen as the sort of elite studio. Not to mention, obviously, it was Van Halen, and they were obviously a very prominent, popular band. But what makes that studio far superior in the sound quality aspect than any other sort of professional studio that they would go, or even doing it in their own studios? Let me know down, just so, for my own curiosity. I'm not being combative in terms of like trying to. I really want to know, why is 5051 Studios seen as the elite studio to record at, from what I'm told. Definitely sounds fucking amazing though. So maybe that's my answer. something small that I think is quite relevant to this particular song was something that I heard when I was a kid, right? It was something that my father used to tell me whenever I felt like I was missing out on something, right? My dad always used to be like, what you lose in the roundabouts, you gain in the swings. Do you know what I mean? So you can't have everything all of the time. And sometimes you've got to sacrifice. You got to sacrifice for something better, essentially. So it's fine. You don't get this today, but you will get that tomorrow. What you lose in the roundabouts, you'll get in the swings. Do you know what I mean? Which I think is cool. I think it just vividly brings back those remarks from my father when I was younger, you know, where, you know, everybody wants their cake and eat it. And they don't realize that sometimes you have to miss things in order to gain things down the line.
We can see eye to eye that it's all just in the past anyway.
Ended off a bit heavy there. Not that I'm mad at that. This is just a beautiful song, really. Like it's just a beautiful song with a beautiful message, and it sounds beautiful melodically as well. Just the way the vocals are carried on that instrumentation, it's beautiful to listen to. Do you know what I mean? It just goes down well. It's smooth. In terms again of instrumentation's fire. It's so crisp. So maybe I might have just answered my own question over there. In terms of like, you know, it's not often that you hear such crisp instrumentation. So maybe it's elite just because it's fucking elite. You know what I mean? I was just wondering, is it just because it's Van Halen's studio, or is it because it's been really fucking tweaked to create the absolute best in the mastering of music? You know what I mean? And that's what I was curious about. But it's just the sound throughout all of these tracks are so pristine, so clear, so crisp all across the board. It's a pleasure to listen to. But you guys let me know what you think. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Yeah. Click play. Let it talk to me. I don't just watch it, I walk in it. Feel every line like a scar when the bars hit it. Facing the frame, but my heart in the hard minutes. Truth is a test and I'm marked in it. Name on the screen, that's Traktician. I break down pain like a mathematician. You hear a rhyme, I see a lifetime buried in a 4-bar prison. Everyone chasing a trend, I'm chasing a tremor that shakes you again. I'm pausing the parts where the artist is bleeding and letting it run to the end. Yeah, I see the cracks in the cadence, I hear the fear in the flex. I'm talking back to the track like, what did this do to you next? This is Traktician, I don't just listen, I live it, I live it. Hook in my chest and I pivot, break every moment in frames. When the pain cuts deep, I don't skip, I rewind it. Run it back, run it back, run it back, till the truth hits play. This is Traktician, if the verse gets real, I feel it, I feel it. Tears in a thumbnail image, I film it hard in the title. They tell me react, I reflect. If you fake one tear, that's a debt I collect. I'm not here clapping for checks, I'm here for the kid with the screen and erect intellect. Sitting in the dark with a cracked phone, hearing some stranger who sounds like home. If my voice shakes when the chorus breaks, maybe he'll know he's not alone. Yeah, I've been that kid in the back room, volume max trying to outrun the vacuum. So when the track's about panic attacks, I don't just nod, that's my tattoo. So when the beat starts building and the walls start closing in fast, I let the fear show on my face so they see that the feeling can pass. Traktician, I don't just listen, I live it, I live it. Hook in my chest and I pivot, break every moment in frames. When the pain cuts deep, I don't skip, I rewind it. Run it back, run it back, run it back, till the truth hits play. This is Traktician, everyone forge, I give it. Laugh when it's light, when it hurts, I give it. Heart in the talk to the track like a person. Ask it why it had to learn the hard way. Ask it what it say to the ones who never made it past the dark days. Screen on, but I'm looking through. Looking for the ones who feel it too. If they find my face on a lonely night, maybe that's the reason that I do what I do. Yeah. This is Traktician. I don't just listen, I live it, I live it. Look at my chest and I pivot, break every moment in frames. When the pain cuts deep, I don't skip, I rewind that. Run it back, run it back, run it back, till the truth hits play. This is Traktician, but the verse gets real, I feel it, I feel it. Tears in the thumbnail image, I film it. Your story sitting in the frame. Name on the screen, same on my skin. Traktician, let the track walk in.